Tonight on Zai's Eyes on the Skies.
Good Tuesday evening. We've had several below average days out there. Very chilly conditions across our state. 26 up in Fort Dodge right now, 22 in Ames, low to mid 20s across much of the state, and we're going to bottom out much cooler tonight. I'll have more in my full forecast next.
Plus, Garrett has your national forecast. All that and more as this Tuesday, November 13th edition of Zai's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Live from Studio 171 in Ames, Iowa, the Iowa State Meteorology Department team of meteorologists brings you the latest weather from around the country and out your front door. Iowa State's longest running television program and the only live weather broadcast on campus starts right now. This is Zai's Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Zai's Eyes. I'm now joined by Anthony.
How are you doing, Aaryn?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You were saying before, Zai's Eyes, you were running here in the cold, and it
Yes.
is definitely very chilly out there.
Yes, I'm definitely getting sick of this cold weather already, and we still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, it's definitely that time of year. We're getting into the season where these temperatures are just kind of fluctuating a lot. Right now, we're sitting at 22 degrees in Ames, 26 up in Fort Dodge, 25 in Carroll. So the general theme across our area is very chilly conditions out there. Back towards our east, 23 in Waterloo and 19 in Cedar Rapids. These temperatures are going to bottom out very rapidly tonight as our skies are going to clear out, helping to bring some very cold and clear conditions tonight. I'll have more in my full forecast, so stay tuned.
Now it is time for tonight's weather story. On this day in 1999, unseasonably warm weather brought the temperature all the way up to 85 degrees at Glenwood, settling the all-time November record. Other reported high temperatures included 83 degrees Fahrenheit at Oakland, Shenandoah, and Sydney, 82 degrees Fahrenheit at Clarinda, Indianola, Logan, and Red Oak, and 81 degrees Fahrenheit at Des Moines and several other locations. And now, here's Garrett with a look at what's going on around the country.
Thanks, Aaryn. Gosh, I'm never forgetting. Anthony was mentioning, it's going to be clearing out here in the Midwest, certainly for sure, allowing temperatures to truly cool off for at least portions of the Midwest and portions of the Southwest as well. But off to the east, we'll be seeing a lot more cloud cover, some additional precip. We'll have more on that later after the break.
Welcome back. Now here's Garrett with a look at what's happening around the nation.
And if you guys got a chance to look at that almanac, you notice here in Des Moines at least, we are significantly below average, and that's kind of the general theme all across the nation. We do have a lot of cool temperatures starting to pull down into the lower portions of the state. San Antonio, you guys in Texas are getting close to freezing. Off west, though, San Francisco is right around 60 degrees, and over off to the east coast, they're still around the 52 mark for the most part. Looking around the nation, kind of a bit of a zoom in on the northeastern coast where it's real chilly. Montreal around 23 degrees, Pittsburgh 33 degrees as well. It's fairly chilly. Moving down south a little bit. New Orleans around 45 degrees, Houston at 39, in Miami right around 80 degrees. So they're nice and toasty down there. Wouldn't mind being there. But off to the west, at least as you move more inland, it is definitely much cooler. As Denver's at 40 degrees, and off to the western coast is 60 degrees and beautiful. It's going to see a little bit of extra clouds, but for the most part, much nicer anyway. Off to the north, Billings right around 44 degrees, Seattle at 51 degrees. So again, as long as you guys are touching the ocean, it should be nice. But the further you get inland, the colder it gets. Satellite is kind of showing that as well, as mainly the inland areas are really void of clouds. It's going to allow that, a lot of this, the heat start to let go as the sun starts to set and we move into the evening hours tonight. Off to the west coast, we do have additional cloud cover, kind of keeping the temps a little bit warmer, but off to the east coast here, we do see this rather long band of precipitation and showers, some possible chances of snow as they continue to move inland. Watches in the mornings, we do have a couple of freeze and snow watches to look out for. Nothing too crazy to look out. Futurecast kind of showing it out a little bit for you too. I think this is kind of going to spread on through. High pressures just kind of continue to push off to the east, keeping, at least here in the Midwest, clear, especially off to the west as well. Very clear on clouds and whatnot. If we go through it one more time. There we go. Here off to the where we see these chances of snow, some ice ice accumulation in some spots and as well as rain. That's going to continue to keep sliding off to the east and off into the ocean as we move further into the week. Take a look ahead at our forecast city for our Meteorology 311 class. We're looking at Paducah, Kentucky. There we do have a chance of some snow and some frozen precipitation we'll have to definitely keep an eye on for. But as we continue into the middle portions of the day, tomorrow we'll be seeing highs up around 36 degrees, which is significantly below average for the most part anyway. Futurecast kind of showing you as well. We do have some cloud cover start to move in by early 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. Some showers, looks a little bit of ice storms, and then that snow starts to hit about Thursday morning. And that could add some additional accumulations, possibly 2 to 4 inches of snow we could possibly be seeing over off in Kentucky. But for the rest of the week anyway, after these showers pass through on Thursday, Friday we'll be definitely seeing that sunshine peek through once again. Temperatures warm back up and around 46 degrees, so they're right about back where they should be. Saturday into the weekend, they'll be warming up rather significantly back into the 50s, and then that's going to continue into the rest of the week next week.
Let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. When was the first tornado warning issued? A, 1945, B, 1948, C, 1950, or D, 1955? We'll have your answer coming right up. Now, let's take a look at the week ahead with Anthony.
Yeah, thank you, Aaryn. Like I said, our average high right around this time of year is 48 degrees. Take a look at these temperatures. 22 degrees in Ames right now, so just a very stark contrast. 32 degrees in Sioux City, 29 in Spencer, mid-20s for you in Carroll. So it is a very chilly night out there. Perfect to stay inside, turn that fireplace on, and we'll let you know if this cold trend is going to continue on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Size Eyes. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione. Very cold night on tap out there for most of us. 22 degrees is where we stand right now in Ames. Very chilly. Winds out of the south at 6 miles an hour. Normally those might help us warm up a little bit, but they are doing nothing to keep us any warmer today. Feeling like 14 degrees though with that wind chill. Des Moines sitting at 22, still feeling like 14, so a very cold night out there across our state. Low 20s for Ames, upper 20s for Spencer. Sioux City, you're checking in right around 32 degrees right now at the freezing mark. With this wind, like I said though, this wind chill helping to bring it down to 14 degrees in Ames, 17 degrees in Carroll, and off towards the east here, even cooler, 11 degrees in Cedar Rapids. It will not surprise me, and I do expect us to get into the single digits tonight across the state for wind chills. A couple spots even could be near 0 degrees. So here's our satellite and radar. We are nice and quiet though across Iowa, across most of the Midwest here. The weather action is just back here across portions of Florida, Alabama, Georgia. We don't have any weather-related problems as far as that's concerned, but because we have these clear skies, it is helping to keep us very nice and cool out there. And it's going to continue into tonight with some clear but very cold conditions as those clouds are just not going to be around for us. 16 degrees is where we will be tonight. Winds out of the south at 8 miles an hour, so you're going to want that heat cranked up nice and high tonight as it's going to be very cold. Tomorrow, forecast for Paducah, Kentucky. This should be for Ames, but we'll roll with this here. It's okay. Partly sunny with some snow late, 36 degrees out there with those northeast winds at 8 to 14 miles an hour. So another cold day for you guys in Paducah, Kentucky. Forecast highs tomorrow across northeastern Iowa back here at home. 38 degrees in Osage, 39 in Charles City, upper 30s here for the majority of you in our northeastern portions of the state. Same story down in the southeast. Couple 40s though. You'll be lucky if you hit the 40-degree mark tomorrow. But we will have some nice sunny skies, so that will help out. 42 degrees, 42 in Atlantic tomorrow, 40 in Creston. Here around Des Moines and central Iowa, we should be in the low 40s, around 42 degrees or so. And a little bit warmer up here in the northwest here with some mid-40s out there. So I think we will be a couple degrees warmer than we were today, which we'll take it where we can. Sunny tomorrow, 42 degrees. Those winds out of the south at 11 miles an hour, helping to crank up a little bit, relatively speaking, warmer conditions as we head into tomorrow. And then as we head into the rest of the week, I do think we will warm up on Thursday to around 46 degrees. Sunny skies should be a nice couple days before we cool it back down into the upper 20s on Saturday. It's kind of a roller coaster here, guys, with 43 by next Tuesday and some sunny skies.
Let's take another look at tonight's trivia question. When was the first tornado warning issued? A, 1945, B, 1948, C, 1950, or D, 1955?
You know, I kind of want to almost go with A, 1945, just because the tornado warning system was kind of a World War II start thing. It was kind of the whole reason why it was started was because of World War II with the bombs, and so tornado sirens originally were to assist with when air raids are going on. But
What do you think, Anthony?
I'm leaning towards B for 1948. I mean, there's not a huge spread between these dates, but I'm going to go with 1948. It's calling me for some
Just
reason.
to be different.
Just to be different.
Just to be different.
I'm going to go with C, 1950.
Let's see what our answer
It
is.
is 1948.
48. I called it.
It was just a couple years
Didn't see
after
it beforehand,
World War
I
II
swear.
ended.
He was right.
It was close.
Yes. Well, thankfully we are moving out of tornado season. I would say it's just going to be
Thankfully.
very cold. Well, as a meteorologist, I like if we get some little tornadoes or something, but no, we can't really endorse that.
Snownaders. Snownaders.
Well, you should have fun with that.
Snownaders. Watch out.
I'd still like to see a water spout.
Water spell. Yeah. Well,
Snow spout.
okay.
It's the next thing in Iowa.
A snow
It's
spout.
gonna happen.
Let me know when
There's
you see
thunder snow, and now there's gonna be just snow spouts.
In Iowa, anything is possible.
I'm not seeing any snow spouts in this next week for us. We could.
Most unfortunate.
Most unfortunate. It's
Kentucky
gonna warm
might,
up
though.
a little bit, but
Kentucky might.
what's that? Kentucky? I highly doubt it, but maybe.
Kentucky or Ames?
For snow spouts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm at a
Well,
loss
I mean,
here.
at least
I don't
there
know.
might be seeing snow. There's a bit of a cold pool down areas that could be seeing some frozen precip. But
Yeah. We're getting into winter.
You never know.
I don't like it. It's too cold.
Well, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every show on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on Thursday.